Yo, what's up, people? This is Fly High Kenya, or you can call me williamnjugunanational. And you know the vibe. The vibe is all about supporting our upcoming artists. I'm talking about the DJs, wanamziki, wanabiashara, you name it, because we got you covered. Katika kipindi maalum cha Obinna Show Live, Naibu Rais Rigathi Gachagua amekaa chini na Obinna kujadili kwa kina masuala muhimu yanayoathiri taifa. Mjadala huu wa takriban dakika 120 umejikita kwenye mada zifuatazo: mahusiano na Rais William Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua anaelezea safari ya urafiki na mgogoro wake na Rais Ruto kabla na baada ya uchaguzi wa 2022, akishiriki hadithi ya alivyoombewa baraka zake na jinsi alivyojaribu kurekebisha uhusiano wao. Uzinduzi wa chama mpya DCP, Democratic Constitutional Party. Gachagua anatoa ufafanuzi wa nini kinachofanya DCP kuwa tofauti na vyama vingine na malengo yake ya kubadili mfumo wa kisiasa na mipango ya kukua kabla ya uchaguzi mkuu wa 2027, malengo ya 2027 na mustakabali wa uongozi Kenya. Anaeleza kwa nini anaamini atakuwa mgombea bora wa rais, akiwataka vijana na wapiga kura walioko mkoani kuchukua jukumu katika mchakato wa kisiasa. Tathmini ya utendaji wao serikalini. Rigathi Gachagua anazungumzia mafanikio makuu ya serikali, changamoto za kiuchumi, jitihada za kupambana na ufisadi na jinsi huduma za kijamii zinavyoboreka au zinavyobaki kuboreshwa. Hadithi na vipindi vya kicheko. Katika mjadala mkali kuna wakati wa kutulia na kicheko, Obinna akishiriki hofu yake barabarani na Gachagua akitoa taarifa za kijamii na nasaha kwa familia. Sikiliza.
I don't know. I'm very disappointed, like all Kenyans. I really believed in this man. I really believed in him and what he was telling me and telling the people of Kenya.
Okay.
Mama Mboga, Boda, the church. He had great ideas. Bottom-up economic transformation. I'll put money in your pocket. Good things. And because me, I'm a people person, he said many good things that if they were done, this would be a good country.
Okay.
They were all lies. He did not intend to do any of them.
Which one has he accomplished that you're like, this one is take mpaka Njoro?
The theft of the baby rat, that is accomplished.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm talking.
I think the only thing he has succeeded is the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, done in record 2 weeks. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah? There's nothing. There's nothing you can tell the people. I've looked around, anything tangible, not one.
Okay.
Not one.
And about the prayers, were they legit? Mulikuwa munaomba sana. Wewe ulikuwa hapo ndani?
Mimi nilikuwa nafunga macho, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm no longer sure. I'm not sure anymore. Yeah? I'm not sure.
Thanksgiving a whole year.
I am not sure.
Tour around the country of Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I don't think there is any Christian who can authorize the killing of young people. That cannot be a Christian.
Yeah.
It cannot be.
There
is no man who is saved who can authorize police to kill Gen Zs and then go and deny that they have been killed. Then go ahead and lie that they have been reunited with their families. There is no Christian. I don't want to pass judgment because it is wrong. The Bible tells us don't judge anybody else. But in this matter, anybody who can kill young children cannot be a Christian. And you know, I don't know what is his obsession with young people and children. Back in the year 2007, in a church in Kiambaa, young children were put in a church and tortured. And when the parents tried to get the children out so that the parents can die alone and the children can remain for future generations, the people sent to do that work got the children and put them back into the church, and it was tortured. You know? So I don't know what is this obsession of killing young children. I don't know whether it's a cult, whether it's devil-driven, that you need the blood of young children. And I want to say this, and I want to be on record. The crisis that we face as a country, the challenges William Ruto faces as president, why nothing is working and everything is crumbling around him, is because the president is haunted by the blood of the Gen Zs. And he will never have peace. I want to say that on record. President William Ruto will never know peace because of the blood of the Gen Z children that he authorized to be shed.
Oh, he's the one that authorized?
Oh, yes, he's the president. He's the one who authorized Japheth Kome. He's the one who authorized the abductions through Nurdin Haji. A group of 101 AP officers were recruited with the authority of the president and joined the National Intelligence Service. And that is the group that has been doing the abductions. And that is why when Justin Muturi, as Attorney General, his child was abducted, and everybody was taking him into circles. He called Kidiki, he was taking him in circles. He called Nuruddin, he was taking him in circles. He called DCI Amin, he was taking him in circles. He called Kome, they were taking him in circles. He came to me and he explained to me, I'm the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. My son has been abducted. Ordinarily, when your child is missing and is in the hands of the police, you move to the High Court and file a process called habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is an application compelling the Attorney General to produce the person dead or alive in court. So Justin Muturi asked me, if I file a habeas corpus against the Attorney General, and I'm the Attorney General, and it is my child who is missing, how do I produce that child as Attorney General? And this, when I listened, I told him, go and face the president. He went and faced the president and said, I want my child. The president made one call to Nuruddin Haji, who confirmed we have the child, and he was released. So it is Nuruddin Haji and the National Intelligence Service who have been abducting young people with the full knowledge and approval of President William Ruto. And that is why the president in one rally said, when he was challenged by Raila, we are going to stop this abduction, because he is the one who has authorized them. That is why he can go and say, we have reunited these people. How do you reunite the abductees with the parents unless you know who was abducting them? The president has incriminated himself on evidence now. And these are things that we can actually take him to the ICC, because he has said that these people who are abducted now have been reunited with their families, which means he has been briefed by somebody. Whoever briefed him must be the one behind the abductions. So the president knows who was doing the abductions, because somebody briefed him that the children who had been abducted have now been reunited with their families. So that person who briefed him knows who was abducting the children, and hence the president knows who was doing the abductions. So he owes the people of Kenya an explanation.
Where?
He owes the people of Kenya an explanation.
Davido, cheza na disclaimer. Cheza na where is hot in here? Wow. Who authorized the abduction of the goats in Northlands? Let me
tell you, Obinna, many things have been said. and it's important that we put it on record,
Okay.
that any issue to do with a retired president, yeah,
Okay.
whether positive or negative,
Okay.
can only be undertaken with the full authority of the current president. When security guards from Mamangena were withdrawn, when bodyguards from Uhuru Kenyatta were withdrawn, it is William Ruto who authorized. There is nobody else who can authorize anything of a retired president outside the president himself.
It was said it was you. Or
How? From which authority?
He sent his people.
Which
abducted
I'm asking.
Kondoza.
I am asking with which authority? I was just a principal assistant to the president. I had no authority over a president. That is his peer. They are the same level. So any mistreatment done to Uhuru Kenyatta, his property in Northlands, anything done, whether positive or negative, I want to put it here today on record, has the full authority of President William Ruto, because that's the way protocol works. There is nobody who can say, as deputy president or as minister, atienda kwa Uhuru utoe askari. Utakuwa wewe ni nani? That is a sitting president. And that is why you saw President William Ruto ametoka ofisi yake, ameenda kutembelea Uhuru kwake nyumbani. He had asked him to go to State House. He said, I cannot come. If you want to see me, come. Come to my farm. So he went to his farm. They are crying. Nisaidie. Oh, nini. Yeah? And all the things he told Uhuru Kenyatta, he cheated him. This guy is a liar. You know, he is the one who has sponsored cases against Jubilee Party to take away Jubilee Party from President Uhuru Kenyatta. Those cases, all of them, and I'm in the knowledge, have been sponsored by William Ruto to take away Jubilee from President Uhuru Kenyatta. So when he went to see President Uhuru Kenyatta in Ishaweri, he promised Uhuru Kenyatta that he would stop interfering with the Jubilee. He is still interfering, you know. When he went there, he promised him that all his dues for his workers, for his guards will be paid. They have not been paid up to date, you know. And Uhuru Kenyatta, I believe, must have known they are all lies because he used to be with his men, you know. And he cheated him, and he went all the way. Na akampaka Uhuru Kenyatta matope, akatukanwa sana na majenzi na kila mtu, you know. I don't even know why Uhuru agreed to see him. I don't understand why he agreed to see him.
When Uhuru's child was being frustrated, the guns taken, Nini Uhuru came and with a couple of people spoke. You are not in the part of the team that was frustrating?
I had no authority. One, as deputy president, you are not in charge of the security system.
Okay.
That one is under the hands of the president, and he told me from day one, keep off security matters, keep off the military, and I kept off. Because I am also knowledgeable and I understand government. I have told you and I want to repeat so that we close this debate.
Okay.
Nothing positive or negative can be done for or against a retired president without the full authority and concurrence of a sitting president. Okay. So if there is anything done negative against President Uhuru Kenyatta's retirement, President William Ruto knows about it. And nobody else can do anything about it. And that is the truth.
Okay. 2027, President William Ruto said they will win early in the morning. And 2022, did you guys win? Ama mulifanyia baba ile kitu?
No, we won.
That was fair.
Let me tell you, my brother.
Yeah.
Forget about the system. Forget about the deep state. Forget about IBC. Nobody can steal a presidential election. The 2013 Supreme Court ruling was very clear that polling station results are final. The election is done, concluded at the polling station. And when changes were done to our electoral laws, that necessitated that polling and counting is done at the polling station. That is when we did away with the rigging. We won the election fair and square.
There was no rigging whatsoever.
There was no rigging, and there cannot be. I've heard President William Ruto say that he'll win in 2027.
Yes.
Listening to the ground, the only way he can win is if he is able to change the constitution through a referendum and remove the voting power from the people of Kenya to advise us. And since he has so many advisors, he would win in the morning. That's the only way he can win.
Okay.
And he knows. He knows.
IBC has been reconstituted. Josphat Nanok, the Deputy Chief of Staff, is reportedly close to the IBC chair. Is this going to compromise the 2027 election?
He is not close to the IBC chair.
Yeah.
He was his employee. He was an attorney at the county of Turkana, where Nanok was governor. So ni mtu yake. Na ndio amemletea William Ruto akuwe chairman. So basically, IBC will be run from State House. But nothing much will change. I want to tell you. It doesn't matter. Okay. Even if William Ruto appointed Farouk Kibet as chairman of IBC. Yeah? Or Oscar Sudi as chairman of IBC. He'll still lose. The vote against William Ruto, the margin will be so huge, I can tell you. Nobody can do anything about it. The only folly is if the commissioners refuse to organize an election. They fail to fill the ballot boxes, the ballot papers, and to ensure there is order. But as long as they make sure the polling stations are open on time, there are ballot papers, and the counting is done at the polling station, the rest is a mathematical exercise of adding, tallying.
So you believe the IBC is going to conduct a fair election?
I'm not sure what they'll do, but I'm saying the mood in the country.
Yeah. If you're gauging,
if that IBC tries to mess with the election,
okay,
there will be no country here. 207 will look like a Christmas party. I can tell you. And I want to implore those commissioners to be Kenyans, to be patriotic, and not to attempt to force William Ruto on the people of Kenya. It will not work. The people of Kenya will not accept it. People want change, and they are ready for change. Indeed, they are impatient. The 2 years is too far away. You know? Okay. Let me tell you, this Gen Z group is lethal. This group is not tribal, cannot be compromised, cannot be bribed with 200 shillings. And I have now confirmed, when I've been walking around, that they have actually taken IDs and they are going to register as voters.
Okay.
And I can tell you, hey, the Gen Z wave
is coming.
It's coming, and it will be huge.
You and I know the president is very sharp. You don't get to become president if you're not that sharp. Do you believe he has not seen this coming in 2027 and he does not have plans? You guys won the election with the government being against you, the system and the deep state, but now he's the government, he has the resources.
Sharp, did you say?
Yeah.
With a failed health system, failed education system, abductions, extrajudicial killings, an unperforming economy, and you say he's sharp? Maybe we need to consult Webster Dictionary on what is sharpness. Let me tell you, my brother, the will of the people is supreme.
Okay.
William Ruto did not win the election because he's sharp. He won because at that time Kenyans believed his lies. And all the things he told people of Kenya, they believed him. They don't believe him anymore. In fact, there's nothing he can tell the people of Kenya to believe.
He can't do a turnaround right
now. There's nothing. Everybody has accepted he's a liar. So he cheated the church. He had an MOU with the church. He promised them this and that. He has backtracked on it. He cheated Mama Mbogas. He cheated the Boda Boda. Even now they are going with MPs giving Boda Boda people money, Mama Mboga. They are just eating the money. They will come out to vote him out. The other day, my local member of parliament brought some women here. The state lodge is here. It's about 1 kilometer from here. Sagana State Lodge here. And they are women I have known all my life. They are my supporters. And I've been with them for many years. And he organized to take them to State Lodge. And they called me, oh, we have been told by the MP to go to State Lodge. And do we go? I said, yeah, you go. There's a lot of money that was brought there with gunias. So please go and take. And if you are given more, I'm jobless. When I come home, you can give me something. So the women went there. They were 1,000. They were given each 8,000 shillings. and another 2 million for their cheerleader who had died to support in funeral. And they left. So the local MP was very happy. So during the funeral, he ferried those women to the funeral so that they can come and cheer him. So those women were there. He looked at them and he saw the other ones he took to the president to collect money. So he started yapping. He did not go beyond the second sentence. He told him off, shut up, go away. The same women who were given 8,000 by William Ruto. A decision has been made in this area, this Mount Kenya region, based on a proverb that is very popular here, that huwezi kukubalia ndovu izikwe na pembe. Lazima uzitoe uizike bila pembe kwa sababu ni ujinga kuzika pembe na iko na dhamana. You understand? People have decided to take William Ruto's money before he goes home. And it doesn't matter how much money he brings here. He can bring money in cartons, he can bring in sacks, he can bring in billions.
He can't buy you back?
No, not me. Forget about me.
You, if he comes back and
I'm
tells
just
you I'm
telling
sorry.
you. No, forget about me. Forget about me.
What if he apologizes? Think about it.
I'm saying, forget about me.
Yeah.
These rural women,
Okay.
these rural boys, who will take his money and that is it. As for me, my brother, I'm priceless. What do I need the money for? It's a very beautiful home. I'm not paying rent to anybody. I live here. What do I need money for? This woman here, Pastor Dorcas, she's a pastor. Hana matumizi mingi. 2,000 ya nywele ametosheka. What do I need money for?
But what
Why
if he
would
comes
I
back
sell
and
my soul?
apologizes?
Why would I sell my soul?
Yeah.
Why would I sell my conscience for money? To do what with that money? Even if he apologized to me, it's meaningless. Me, I'll forgive him because I'm a Christian. But what about the people of Kenya? What about the payslip holders whose payslips he has raided? Will he apologize to them? What about the parents and relatives of the Gen Zs whom he killed? What apology can he give? Even today, he has never apologized. I would have expected when he was talking to that president and he was lying that the families have been brought back together, he would even have the moral conscience to offer an apology to the Gen Zs and to their parents and to the people of Kenya that they were killed. Yeah? How do you apologize to those families? How do you apologize to people who are going to hospital and SHA is not working? How do you apologize to teachers and students whose schools have collapsed because of non-funding? How do you apologize to people whose businesses have collapsed because of non-payment of pending bills? If William Ruto was to apologize to the people of Kenya, he would take 1.5 years every day just apologizing because he has wronged everybody and rubbed everybody the wrong way. So me, I don't have a problem. He can apologize to me. I'm very forgiving. But he has a job to do. And even if he apologizes, I don't think the people of Kenya would ever trust him again. Okay. He has lost their trust.
The remaining period of time, do you think is enough for a turnaround? Like, let's say, for example, today he gets up and says, I want to now do right. Do you think it's enough?
Where would he start? Would he give back the Dafifi land to the IDPs? Would he be willing? I don't think so. Would he be willing to stop doing business with Adil and Jayesh and Defki? I don't think so. Would he be willing to stop the stealing through the National Intelligence Service? I don't think so. There is nothing. He cannot turn around this country. He doesn't have the moral conscience to turn around this country.
Raila Odinga factor?
He's just an accomplice. Raila Odinga has given William Ruto the through pass to continue looting the country. The Gen Z had cornered this man completely. And Raila Odinga is the one who revived him. Had he allowed the Gen Z to deal with that matter, we would not be where we are today. So, he is the one who saved him. Okay. And since the Raila came, he donated 4 experts. Joho is an expert. Oparanya is an expert. My English fails me, who is an expert. Since the experts came, Has the prices of food gone down? Have healthcare improved? Has the education system improved? Has the stealing stopped? Nothing. It's only that the people eating have just become more. Those who are not eating have joined the ones who are eating. It's only the party is much bigger. There is no change, nothing. And nothing will change, my brother. And you can ask me, come back here after some time. And if anything changes in 1 year, come with a pickup. I'll give you 3 havers from my family. Yeah.
Okay.
The day things change and they are working, don't even look for an appointment. Just find out through social media. Once you confirm I'm here, you see me taking some photographs here. It's 2 hours from Nairobi. Just come with a pickup, get 3 havers, fresh and go. Nothing will change.
Mr.
Things
President,
will only change
yeah.
after the elections, when there is regime change, and we put a responsible government into place. That's when there will be change.
Mr. President, you're standing between me and 3 havers. Do the thing. Quick fire. What happened to NHIF money?
Stolen.
By who?
Who else?
Do you believe the healthcare transition is beneficial to Kenyans? You know now tuko na SHA.
Is it working? Have you heard anywhere it's working?
Inakwanga na mambo yake.
It's not working. And it can't work because it's theft. You see what happened? We had promised in our campaign that we will revamp and reform the NHIF. And the NHIF officials came up with a scheme requiring 800 million to create a new system to put things in order. Instead of providing 800 million, we decided to leave NHIF and bring SHA and create a system costing 104 billion. That is the crux of the matter. Half of that money is going to people in government. It's pure theft of public funds. This whole SHA nonsense is about stealing government money. It has nothing to do with healthcare. It has nothing to do with improving our healthcare system. It's pure theft by the Adanis. Yeah? And that is why even when the president cancelled the airport, very reluctantly, he never cancelled SHA. That's where the loot is. And those are the things I said no. Those are the things that made me to be kicked out. I said, Rigathi Gachagua, to be a crime, to be a partner in crime, to steal more than 50 billion shillings belonging to the people of Kenya, I cannot partake.
How much money is enough?
I don't know. You should tell me.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hustler
You know, I
fund.
have seen Hustler Fund is
Is it
another.
legit?
It's a sham. You know, my brother. We promised the people that will create Hustler Fund. We used to have Youth Fund that was working.
Yes.
Wezo Fund that was working. Women Fund that was working. They were collapsed, and we brought in the Hustler Fund. Hustler Fund, do you know how much money you borrow for business? 500 shillings. What business can you start with 500 shillings in this country?
Mayai. Gonga mayai.
So how many people can do mayai? And then if everybody did mayai, whom will you say the mayai to? I mean, it's an insult to the people of Kenya. And that's why I said, Mr. President, I'm finding it very difficult to work under you because you cheated the people of Kenya and I helped you to cheat them. When I go home to Karatina and people ask, this Hustler Fund you promised us, what is 500 shillings? The thing is a scam, you know?
Where?
It cannot work. And we had Wezo Fund, we had Youth Fund, we had Women Fund. When we formed government, we'll scrap the Hustler Fund and reinstate the Women Fund, the Youth Fund, and the Wezo Fund, and even get more money into the funds to enhance financial inclusivity in the country so that people can do business. There is no business you can do with 2,000 shillings, 3,000 shillings. You need a minimum of 50,000 going up, you know? And all factors being constant, I want to tell our small-scale traders to have faith that God willing, all factors being constant, we are going to have a regime change. You get a responsible government that will scrap the Hustler Fund because it's a scam. It's a fraud. And bring back those funds that were working and give them more money to help people for financial inclusivity.
What happened to Linda Mama?
I thought you told me William Ruto is very sharp. Linda Mama was working.
Yeah,
It was
Linda
helping
Mama was
our women
working.
when they go to maternity.
Yes.
It was all, the president was not interested in those programs. He just wanted to be president, to become rich.
So it's about money.
And he's rich, filthy rich. Filthy rich. In the last 2 years, in my estimation, when I look around, he must have made 3 to 4 trillion. Yeah. Yeah. It's filthy rich. And I think that was his dream. I don't think he cares about this country. I'm not sure anymore he cares. Because people are making noise, he's not interested. People are raising issues, he doesn't bother. But he is rich, that he has achieved. Rich, filthy rich.
Okay, let's the housing tax. Remember the story? You are still together.
Yeah.
Was it legit?
I have admitted that initially. I believed him when he said we need to do affordable housing.
Okay.
It's a good thing for creating employment. Even when he insisted on the housing levy, I told him Kenyans are complaining, but he insisted that let's do it because it's good to create employment. I went along with him until it came to my attention along the way that this affordable housing thing was a business venture between the president and DEFCI. DEFCI has a factory that makes steel, cement, and mabati. And those are the 3 components that drive the housing agenda. So all the cement, all the mabati, all the steel that is bought for affordable housing, the profit is shared between DEFCI and William Ruto. The whole thing was a business thing. And that's when I withdrew my support, when I realized it's a con. And if you move around, people are asking, in a place called Kianyaga, they have done some houses there. They want to sell for 4 million. Nobody will buy. People are asking, with 4 million, I can buy an acre of land, do a house for 1.5, and do coffee and daily grazing unit with the rest of the money. Why do I want to go and I'm an old man to live in the upstairs? The whole thing is being forced on the people of Kenya to create business for the 2 to sell cement, mabati, and steel. The whole housing levy is about creating sufficient money. And you know that money? Because there is no capacity to absorb it. It's kept in a bank that the president bought when he became president.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
We bought a bank?
He bought a bank. That's where the money goes.
Like local bank?
Yeah, local bank.
Which bank?
I don't want to say the name. Do your research. I'll tell you off camera, then you can go and do your research.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a bank that has been bought to keep all this money in cash.
Yeah, that's where the money goes. And it's actually taking all businesses from Equity, from Cooperative Bank, from all other banks have lost money from government to this particular bank that the president bought through some proxies.
So Equity and Cooperative Bank are not in the
They are not.
the elimination game.
They are not.
So we are remaining with
all government money now for prostitutes, state corporations, they are kept in that particular bank that the president bought.
Oh, wow. Why are our taxes so high, though?
To keep the president going. He needs to travel to China. He needs to get money through a niece. People must pay for that money. He's not going to get it from his pocket.
Is KRA and ESCC being used as a weapon?
Yes,
against
yes.
political
You
enemies?
know another thing, and I disagreed with the president. We had agreed because the fourth administration had used the criminal justice system to harass people who were opposed to the then administration, and I was a victim. I was charged with the trumped-up charges, and KRI asked me because of my political persuasion. And the president did give a solemn promise to the people of Kenya that under his leadership, they will never use the criminal justice system to deal with the politics. Today, that is what is happening. The DCI has been instructed to look around and see whether he can get anything to charge me with. Yeah? He's been harassing my friends, my business partners, people who did business with the office of the deputy president, trying to force them to write statements that whatever they were getting, they were sharing with me. Of course, they have refused because it's not true. And DCI, has put up a team there in the economic section to try to look around and see whether they can get anything. They can incriminate and open criminal charges against me. Again, not just me, everybody, Mete Kalinturi, Justin Muturi, Ketu Aruguru is being harassed by KRI because of her political persuasion, Many people are quiet, and they are telling me, please, we'll come and join you the last 6 months, because if we do, KRI will come for us. Many people are telling me governors are being harassed by EACC so that they support William Ruto. My governor here, Mutahi Kahiga, is always being threatened. Joshua Irongo, they are being threatened by EACC. In fact, the president is really using EACC, DCI, and KRI to harass those who don't agree with him. But it's okay. As we are ready, if they have anything that they think they can bring, it's okay, they can go ahead. These jails are made for men and women. And it's no big deal because we have seen it before, and here we are. But it's very unfortunate because it's a promise William Ruto gave to the people of Kenya that he will never use the criminal justice system to pursue politics and to punish those opposed to him. And he has perfected that one. That is what he is doing. The FRC, the Financial Reporting Center, they report to him directly. He is monitoring money for everybody in Kenya. He wants to know who has money and who doesn't have. And he wants to know those who are having more money than him, where they are getting it from. And he has really taken control of the whole Financial Reporting Center. And that's the way it is.
Wow. Let's talk about the crisis over the education funds. We've seen the funding model. It's not working. Senator Wathangwa spoke about the government giving money to us to pay the government instead of putting it in a system and then you just put education for free.
Yeah.
Do we even have hope for the education funding system?
Mwai Kibaki, the celebrated third president of the Republic of Kenya, when he was campaigning, promised free education. And he did. He was a man of honor. And people are very happy. That has collapsed. So what we have now developed is a system of worshipping leaders. You give governors money, they create a bursary. They give to the people. MCA, they give to the people. MPs, bursary, they give to the people. Minister of Education, they give to the people. This money is from government. Then you go and pay the policeman. What we need to do is collapse all those bursaries and just make education free. And the money is actually enough. If you look at the money that goes to CDF for bursary, because the MPs, they get like 150 million per year, and they're allowed to spend up to 45% of that money for bursaries. All that money that is coming through CDF for bursary, put together with what the governors are getting, with what the Ministry of Education is getting, we can get free primary and secondary education. And that is something we intend to do in our new administration. Harmonize all these funds, put the money together and pay directly. Without delaying it, nothing. As we have today, the schools are not getting capitation. The money is given to the MPs to bribe voters to elect them back. So that's where we have a problem. And it's something that I think we need to make a very bold decision on how to amalgamate all these funds, put them together and make education free for the people of Kenya.
Okay. All right. Now, I want us to shift kidogo. Now, I want to talk about the new party. And before that, I want us to talk about your rallies that are always getting attacked left, right, and center. But before that, let me talk to my people about two things. One, how about you get to join Gold Child Media Institute to study what you get to do over here, production, editing, graphics, and all the short courses you want to do on the media space. Gold Child Media Institute is the go-to place. Check this out. Welcome to Gold Child Media Institute, where talent meets opportunity. This is the place where your media dreams come alive. And guess what? We've got something for everyone. Do you love the camera? We offer videography and photography classes. Action! Shoot! Take. Jesus. Nimepiga nani picha. And for those who love music production, yes, we have the course. Mpaka wale wama chiki 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 anguka sound and graphic design. And trust me, this is just the start. We offer so much more. Over here at Gold Child, it's all practical learning, no boring theory. Basically, here at Gold Child Media Institute, we prepare you with the real skills for you to thrive in the real world.
At Gold Child, I feel like a pro already.
Enroll today by dialing the number on the screen and find us in Nairobi, Development House 11. All right, welcome back to Obinna Show Live. We're having a conversation with His Excellency Rig G, and it's hot. The video nimekwambia cheza na disclaimer. Vitu zina. Okay, there's a question that everybody's asking here that I need to just shoot your way before we shift into the other conversation. People asking General Ogola. Who killed General Ogola?
I don't know. You know, me, I'm a truthful man.
Okay.
What I don't have information.
Okay.
I don't. And much as I have a problem with William Ruto,
okay,
I am not in the business of saying things against people when I don't have the information.
Okay.
All I know is that General Ogola was a great man.
Okay.
I really felt it. I was very close to him. He was very nice to me. He was a very good military officer. He has a wonderful wife and children, and I really sympathize with them. And as a country, we lost a great general, a very patriotic and disciplined officer who would have taken this country very far. It is very sad and it's unfortunate that he lost his life at the prime of his career. And I really miss having, his work, and we used to work well.
Okay.
He was a very jovial man. In fact, among all the people in government,
okay,
he's the only one who remembered me one day and brought me a birthday card from nowhere.
It was your birthday?
Yeah, he just came. I was told the general is at the gate. I said, wow.
Here?
No, in Karen.
Okay.
I said, wow, how can the general come without even saying, is there a problem? You know, when the chief of defense forces comes to see you and he had not even told you and you have no prior information, you panic. You know, is there a crisis in the country or something? And then he said, Deputy President, I've come to wish you happy birthday. This is your card.
Wow.
He was a great man. I really, really, really miss him, and I am very saddened that we lost him. And I really enjoyed working with the late General Ogola.
Okay.
He was a great military officer.
Okay. The Githurai massacre, what really happened?
I have no details. You know, that time I was at a lot of siege.
Okay.
The president was trying, under the advice of Nurdin Haji, to blame me for the Gen Z revolt.
Okay.
You know, you remember they're saying that I'm behind it, simply because I had said that those are my children and they should not be vilified. And you know, I opposed that operation, vehemently in the National Security Council. And I said, you cannot kill children for whatever reason. Okay. And the issues these children are raising are legitimate. And that is why I took the unprecedented action that has not happened again in this country, to issue a counter press conference that was contradictory to what the president was saying. The president had the previous night, on the 25th of June, said that those children were criminals and they were treasoners. Yeah? And I couldn't allow it. And I called a press conference and I said, no, these are not criminals. These are my sons and daughters. And they have a legitimate cause of action. And this is a democratic country. It's a free country. And we shouldn't kill them for speaking out. And you know why the Gen Z were speaking out and why they became relevant is because nature abhors vacuum. The president compromised the opposition and captured parliament. So there is nobody to talk to the people of Kenya. Yeah. And since nature abhors vacuum, the Gen Z found relevance to speak for the people of Kenya. And I really want to commend them. And what they did is unprecedented in this country. And I want to join President Uhuru Kenyatta in telling our young people to rise up to the occasion and fight for their country and fight for their parents. Some of us aging, we are growing old. Yeah. We want these children to take care of us in our age, and this is their country. And more than anybody else, they are the greatest stakeholders in this country because they have much longer to live than all of us. So they have a responsibility to make sure that there is good governance. They have a responsibility to make sure we have a responsible government. So I want to encourage the Gen Zs that this is your time and you have a date with destiny and you must be on the right side of history. And I want to tell the Gen Zs, my sons and daughters, my grandchildren, you are doing a fantastic job on the smartphone of creating awareness. But that is not enough. The real transformation of this country will happen on the ballot. You guys must register and get IDs, register as voters, come out and vote, and help us to follow the vote the way it is going using the smartphone. And I am very saddened and embarrassed that I served a government that killed children. I feel my heart is heavy that I took part in getting this government elected into office, only for that government to turn against innocent children and kill them and butcher them, and then sound very unapologetic, like it doesn't matter. I had another member of parliament saying that people die every day and move on. Can you imagine the kind of callousness in this administration? The MPs who are sycophants of the president have no feelings, they have no heart whatsoever. That a member of parliament on the floor of the parliament, the National Assembly, on the Hansard, can stand up and say that people dying is no big deal. And people die all days everywhere in the world and just move on. You know, like I really feel it. And for the parents of the Gen Zs who died, their brothers, their sisters, their relatives and friends, I, Rigathi Gachagua, give my profound apologies to you that I took a great part in bringing this government into power that has turned against you. And I ask for your forgiveness, because that should never happen. And I really feel it. And I feel it because I took a very active role in getting this government elected, only for this government to turn against children and kill them. I really feel it, and I feel very sorry about it. There's nothing I can do. I cannot bring them back to life. I cannot replace them. I cannot trace them. But I will do whatever I need to do to make sure that those responsible also get humiliated at the right time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Planning to take revenge?
Not for me. Not
for
mine.
The people.
For the people, for the Gen Zs. Who will get justice? These agencies. The only way for us to get them justice is to remove the men who ordered for their killing. I think that's the only thing we need to do for the children and for their parents and for their relatives.
There's a time you used to say, oh, President, don't kill me, don't kill my children. You're no longer scared to die?
How many times can you die? Once. And nobody can die from morning to evening. You just snap like that and you are dead and buried. And life goes on. I am one Kenyan who has sacrificed and offered my life to liberate this country. And I'm willing. That's why I speak the way I speak. I don't care.
Yeah, you've been making some pretty
I don't care.
bold statements.
Somebody must speak.
Using Githurai.
Somebody must be brave enough, courageous enough, be patriotic enough, love his country enough to do what I do, to be a man of courage, to speak for the people, because people have been intimidated, people have been coerced, people have been bribed. Nobody speaks for the people of Kenya. If I too became a coward and get intimidated by William Ruto and keep quiet, who will speak for the people of Kenya? Somebody must speak for them. Just like the Gen Zs who went to the streets and paid for their lives. We too are willing. Whatever it takes, you know. That's why William Ruto harasses me every day. In November, he sent goons to kill me in Limuru under police escort. Up to today, the people who wanted to kill me have never been arrested. The pictures are all over. I had the DCI the other day telling me to go and report to police. When they saw the violence, they saw the pictures, they did nothing about it. Today I went to Shamata in Nyandarua. A policeman threw tear gas at me. You know, the Christians, that policeman is still there. Here he was promoted from an inspector to chief inspector. You know, another day Pastor Dorcas was having a Christian prayers here in Nyeri. A leader of the criminal gang who now works directly under the president and the deputy president went and with other criminals chased her away from the meeting, harassed Christians. Nothing has been done. Another day, in a manner similar to what happened in Kiambaa Church, where William Ruto was part and parcel. Goons were sent by the president to PCA Mweki Church to attack me and Christians inside the church. They discreted the altar. The MCA for Umoja is the one with the governor who had sent those criminals under the direction of William Ruto. Today, nobody has ever been arrested. Yesterday, goons who were sent to disrupt the launching of my party, they came under police escort. You have heard the CS Interior saying that those people who are throwing stones at us and attacking us, that they had come and they were not paid. To start with, we don't pay people to come to our meetings the way William Ruto does. He has to pay people to go to his meeting. I don't pay anybody to come to my meeting. Those are gangs. And the CS should know. Even lying requires some little intelligence. You know, people are very intelligent. So the president has been trying to intimidate me every day.
And the story is that these people are your people. Like
how do you...
Every time you're doing a kamuktano, you get attacked. Like people are saying you're coming with the victim mentality because the underdog always wins.
But let me ask you...
But
why if they are my people, they would be in prison by now for sure. If those people who attack me are my people and they are seen attacking me, they would have been arrested a long time ago.
That the reason why you don't want to press charges is because you know...
How do I press charges against them? If I report to the police, I wrote to the Inspector General, he did nothing. Where am I supposed to press charges? So criminal matters are dealt with by the police and the Director of Public Prosecutions. They are not civil matters. If it was civil matters, I would sue the president because he's the one who does these things. But the Constitution gives him immunity. You cannot take him to court as long as he's president. So what other legal remedies are there?
So you have nothing to do with these people who come in?
How would I have anything to do with the people who are attacking my meetings? And if they are my people, why don't they arrest them? By now, they should have been arrested and charged. You know? What I know is that they want to harass the private guards who guard me. Anytime I'm attacked, I have people who guard me. So they want to use this to start harassing the the private people who guard me, so that I have no people willing to guard me, because I have no, despite being the second deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, and a man with a serious following, and a man whose security is important for this country. Yeah, if I was shot today, or if I was struck today, the Kenya would not be the same again. The state has a responsibility to make sure that I'm safe for the political stability of this country. But they have not done so. But doesn't matter, I'm not interested. I have made arrangements that I have private guards who guard me all the time, you know, and I know that is what they have been targeting, so that they can be able to get them from me. But doesn't matter. Let them do whatever they want to do. But they must know that all these things will come to an end one day. Yeah, and it is treating Kenyans like they are not intelligent to say that I'm the one who organizes my own attacks. What would I gain from that? You know?
Sympathy.
What sympathy? I don't need sympathy from anybody. Why would I want sympathy from anybody?
When these people attack your congregations, your meetings, how does that make you feel?
I feel terrible, because this is a country of the rule of law. This is not a country of the rule of jungle. You know, it is so sad that a president can use goons to settle political scores. And he must accept that I have moved on. I will not support him, and I no longer support him with my supporters. And there's nothing he can do. He cannot force us to support him by force. He just has to go and look for support elsewhere. Yeah? But, you know, they had wanted me to stay in the house. They thought after they removed him from office, I would stay here and be crying here. So they don't want me to go out there where the people are. That is why the attacks were there. Because they thought I'm a coward, that they would attack me once, twice, and then I chicken out, I come back and fear. I am willing to die in those meetings. If that will save this country, if my blood is what will grow the tree of liberation, so that this country is free from the dictatorship of William Ruto, so be it. But let me say, for the avoidance of doubt, I'll continue doing my meetings. Let them come and harass us. But my people have said it will not happen anymore. And you see what happened yesterday. You know, people are getting very angry.
Yeah.
People are getting very angry. We are going to have a very big launch with over 40,000 people. If they set gangs there, they'll find those people there, because they are also human beings. And nobody is a coward. You know, if that's what the president wants Kenyans to fight each other, let it be. But I can say, I want to confirm that I'm not going to stay in the house. I am not going to stop going to meetings for fear of attack by goons. What I know is that I have many supporters who are willing and ready to defend my meetings to a man. And that will happen. And we are not going to chicken out, and we are not going to be sold fear. You know?
Okay.
My brother, I'm a descendant of the Magmawu fighters.
I was waiting for that line.
Yeah. So, you know, William Ruto must know that sending a few goons here cannot make me run away from meetings or stop going to the public. I'll go to the public.
Okay.
If he wants to kill me there, let him kill me there. You know, and there's no problem. Whatever he wants to do, he can do. But I also want to say that my people, my supporters have also said, no, it will not happen again. So those goons who are being sent, they must know. And they will find people waiting for them. We have a launch on 4th. Let them come. They'll find people waiting for them. If that's what the president has decided, that this is not a country of the rule of law, that policemen will stand away and let people fight each other. If he has decided that everybody should organize his own security, if the president wants to use goons, there is nobody who has a monopoly of using goons.
Yeah.
But I can assure you that my supporters, and there are millions, they have made a decision. Like you saw yesterday, nobody would be allowed to attack my meeting or myself. And on 4th, we have a big meeting. If they want to organize 1,000 goons, let them go ahead.
Pull up. We're ready.
They'll come. People will be ready for them.
When that thing was happening yesterday, where were you?
I was just there.
Haukushtuka?
Nani?
Nini.
Yeah, Nini. My friend, what is that? That's a joke. Sisi ni tuko pale, sisi ni chuma ya zamani.
Tiaga sulitoka teke.
Sisi ni chuma ya zamani. So, na hakuna mtu atatutoa kwa mkutano. Okay. We will not stop building our party. We will not stop liberating this country. We will not stop speaking out for the people of this country because of a few goons who are being organized by William Ruto. Let him know that we are also men. And we'll wait for them. There's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened in Butere Girls?
I saw.
Was it right?
Of course not. That is repression. Why is William Ruto fighting young girls? I don't know what is this man's obsession with children. The ones in Kiambaa Church, watoto wameua. Gen Z ameua. Butere Girls, watoto ya form 2, form 3, anawahangaisha. Wewe sasa rais hii watoto, what is it? Let these children be. You know, these children have creativity. We want to allow these children to grow. We encourage them to be creative. Theater is a good expression. Figurative language, symbolism. And you know that play, The Echoes of War, is just a reflection of what is going on in the country. But because the president cannot stomach the truth, that's why he stopped it. Yeah? And it doesn't have to take Butere Girls to tell the president the truth. Nurdin Haji should have told him the same truth quietly without it going on stage. But because Nurdin is not doing his work, the girls were doing it for him. Because the president needs to know what is happening in the country. Yeah? But it's very, very, very unfortunate. I didn't know we would ever get back there. That is what was happening in the 80s. I never knew after the new constitution, the 2010 constitution, we'll ever get back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a time when the president did an address, then you also did an address after him, and a lot of people are like, that's a breach of protocol, it's disrespectful. What was the situation? What was happening? Why did that happen?
I've told you, I couldn't allow him to abuse our children and call them criminals. I needed to say they are not criminals. They are our sons and daughters, the Gen Zs.
Okay.
He had issued a press conference on 24th. And even that particular day on 26th, when I called the press conference, he called his so that I stopped mine. And when the head of public service called me, he says, hey, we have seen you have a press conference. The president has a press conference, so please cancel it. I said, there's no problem. I cancel it. Let the president go first. If he addresses the issues that I wanted to address satisfactorily, I'll drop mine.
Okay.
He had said Gen Zs are criminals, they are treasoners, yeah? And he'll clamp them. And I was saying, no, that is wrong. Yeah. These are our children. We cannot just kill them because of speaking the truth, you know? It looked unprocedural, it looked disrespectful, but it needed to be done. I mean, we are not talking about potatoes or carrots.
Yeah.
We are talking about human lives. We are talking about our children. I mean, the topic was so serious, I needed to speak out and say what is happening is wrong. I'm that kind of a person. And even the president knows I'm a truthful person. So there is no way I would allow him to get away with murder, killing children, and then justifying it by calling them criminals, by saying that they are involved in treason, and is a lie. Those children never wanted to overthrow his government. They were simply expressing their displeasure with the government's insistence to force Finance Bill 2024 on the people of Kenya. But he was saying they are criminals, and I was saying they are not criminals. And I needed to defend the Gen Z. Yeah. And I'm the only Kenyan in government who came out to defend the Gen Z. And I meant every word of what I said. And I really, truly believe in them.
After that, did you get any call?
Of course, I was really reprimanded. I was thoroughly abused, and I took it in stride.
Oh.
Yeah, thoroughly.
On phone call, one-on-one?
Face to face. He called me all sorts of names, unprintable, and I said it's okay. I didn't say anything. I kept quiet.
Oh,
I kept quiet.
Now that Professor Kindiki is over there, are you guys in good terms? Are you friends? You got beef?
I have nothing to do with him.
Okay.
That's an employee of William Ruto. I'm not in the business of discussing employees, you know. Let him do what he can.
Is he capable of leading Mount Kenya?
I don't know. Who elected him in Mount Kenya? You cannot lead people unless they give you the mandate. That is an employee of William Ruto. He takes care of the interests of William Ruto. William Ruto is against the people of Mount Kenya. He calls them tribalists. He punishes them. He sacks them. He interferes with their businesses. And Mr. Yesa to punish the mountain. So I know how you can lead punishing and whom you cannot defend. Yeah. Okay. But I don't like discussing employees.
Okay.
I like discussing leaders. I discuss William Ruto because I was also elected.
Okay.
That is an employee. He can discuss with his fellow employees.
Where? What's your beef with Oscar Sudi?
That's zero.
Okay.
What do I have to do with him? Yeah. He's just a member of parliament. I have nothing to do with him. I am not in parliament myself. And I hear him talk about me all the time. And I'm happy, These guys who removed me from office with William Ruto, they had said, I'll be forgotten in 3 weeks. This is the 7th month. I am the discussion in every meeting.
Oh,
even today,
7 months already.
Even today, they were publicizing my party somewhere in Ukambani. The president is in so much trouble. He lost all the people who could speak for him. That his PA now is the one who speaks for him. A PA is the one now selling him in the meetings. That is how thin he is. Yeah? So I had that be discussing my party. I'm very happy. And this party has caused commotion in government. I saw Mr. Yesa tweeting something last night about the party. I had the president today saying that we should not be forming parties, we should be working. I would like to tell William Ruto, I'm not your employee. You cannot decide for me what I'll do. When I was your deputy, you could order me around. You can't order me around. If I want to form a political party, that's my business. What do you have to do with it? You run government, my friend. Me, I'm not in government. Why are you saying that we work? We work with what? I'm not working. You are the one who is working. At least it's the time to work. It's time to work for those who have work. But those who don't have work, you cannot force them to work. As we have some work we are doing, and the work is well cut out. We have been told by the people of Kenya, William Ruto is 1 term. We are focused. That's what we are working on. It's our business. And the president cannot decide to us what is our work. He's doing his work he was told by the people of Kenya to do. The same people of Kenya have told us to make him 1 term. So both of us are obeying the people of Kenya. He build roads if he wants. Do whatever you want to do, go ahead. Us, we have a different script and instructions from the people of Kenya. Make William Ruto 1 term. That's what we are doing.
That's the agenda.
Why does he want me to abandon me my work and go and do his? Kila mtu afanya kazi yake.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your beef with Kimani Ichung'wah?
I have no beef. That is a sycophant of William Ruto. Again, it's an amplifier of William Ruto. My issue is William Ruto. Those are just flower girls around him, members of the praise and worship team, who see no evil, hear no evil. They are inconsequential. Our main focus is William Ruto. He is a problem for this country. That's what we are focusing on. His hangers on, those are his problems. We focus on the main issue. And I don't think any Kenyan has told me to deal with those characters you are mentioning. I have not had anybody tell me to deal with them. My instructions are very clear. 1 term. Period.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And if the president wants me to change that, he must talk to the people of Kenya to change the instructions to me.
Wakwambie.
Wacha hivyo
Focus huku kwingine.
Nikiambiwa, mimi I align quickly. I don't argue with the people of Kenya.
Okay. All right, now I want us to talk about DCP. Where tumeguza, we've tried to touch a couple of areas here and there. But before we talk about DCP, I want you to upgrade the look in your house. Wacha kuwa na nyumba inakaa vile inataka. Have a beautiful wall, have a beautiful wall unit, a TV unit, frames, the doors, the gypsum, and that whole shebang. The guys at Mr. Frames Kenya are going to do a beautiful job for you. Check out this one. Running. Mr. Frames Kenya, so they can get to hook you up with amazing wall decor. So, Davido, can you put what is it called? Can you put a poll? A poll, put a new poll, eh? Yeah. Let's do a simple poll. We see if elections were to be held today. Rigi G, WSR.
Yeah, put that one.
We put that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So put that one, we see how it's going to look like. Then the guys can take a vote over there. The other poll I've seen, we had over 70,000 votes. The one for due support, Rigi G, 82% said yes, 18% said no. All right, that's 70,000 votes, and still counting. Now 70,920 votes still going. So put a new poll, we check it out. Yeah? You're sending to Wesley? Okay, so we are currently in the Murima area, and most definitely if you're on this side and you want to hang out, you better do so at the Omega Gardens. All right, Omega Gardens, you want amazing food, you want a place to chill, you want a place to hold your meeting, and also you want to just party and have a good time. Omega Gardens, we are going there for karaoke after this. Woo, I believe I can fly. We're going to be singing. You know my favorite? Lady in Red. That's what I'm going to be singing. You know it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always do Kingston Town. Nikitaka kuwatishia hivi, Lady in Red. Alafu saa kidogo naingia Unbogable. Alafu namalizia hapo. Yes. Omega Gardens is the place to be. It's located in the Nyeri Nairobi Highway. The number is on the screen. Call them up. Delicacies. All right. So now we are going to the conversation for the new party. Yesterday, a lot happened. It was launched with a bang. Literally. Yeah, they were shot. Yeah, live on location. And actually, that is not even the launch of the party.
No. That was just unveiling the name.
Unveiling
the symbol, the colors.
Yes.
That was a small event.
Now, a major one is coming.
DCP is a new kid on the block.
Okay.
And we are very happy that Kenyans have embraced it. And we have seen the discomfort it has caused William Ruto and company. And he has seen nothing yet. The launch will be something that has not been seen in the history of political parties in this country. Thousands of our supporters and believers will congregate at a venue to be unveiled later in Nairobi. And I'll have all the principals as my visitors and guests to unveil the party and give our vision. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday it was just to say this is a party because people have been wanting to know. And I have kept it secret for a long time. It only leaked 2 days before when I engaged people for branding materials. They are not able to keep quiet. These guys for branding.
Well, you're t-shirt demanding.
So it's going to be great.
Okay.
Our party is modeled along the lines of listening to the people. Okay. That is why our symbol is the listening ear.
Okay.
Yeah. We are saying Kenyans know what is good for this country. Just listen to them. Kenyans know how they want to be governed. Just listen to them. Kenyans have solutions to all the problems that bedevil this nation. Listen to them. In fact, the solution to all the economic challenges we are having is just listening to the people of Kenya. We have abundance of human resource. We have economic experts whom we've given a chance will sort out this country. We have health experts whom, if listened to, will give us solutions to our health system challenges. Our education challenges, we have education experts, if listened to. The issue of enterprise, the issue of ICT, the issue of the creative economy, listen to the Gen Z. Allow them, give them a chance to tell you what needs to be done. These Gen Zs, the millennials, they have the solutions to the problems of this country. So our new administration, which, God willing, I'm hoping I'll lead that administration. My strategy to sort out this country is to listen to the people of Kenya and allow them to tell us how they want to be governed and what needs to be done in each and every sector. And I want to say that an administration that I lead will have experienced people backed by fresh young people with new ideas and energy. The Gen Zs and the millennials. And that is why you find in my party. If you saw me parade them there, it's full of young people. Because I believe in them. And I want also to mentor them by giving them a chance to lead. You know, if you look, I have the deputy chairperson in charge of operations for our party.
Okay.
Is Mable Sarah Owino, 24 years old. Yeah? The deputy vice chair of the DCP party is a 24-year-old girl from Kisumu. Yeah? The national deputy organizing secretary in charge of strategy is Mariam Fredina Mariki, a 26-year-old girl from Taita Taveta. Yeah? Secretary for International Affairs is Alvina Kavura from Murang'a, 31-year-old girl. Yeah? Wanjiku Thega, the national youth leader, is a 33-year-old girl. Yeah? Breda Bajira from the county of Busia, a 34-year-old girl, is the executive director. I have surrounded myself with youthful people for me to benefit from their youthfulness, from the freshness of the ideas, from their perspective, from their wide knowledge by interacting with their fellow young people. In fact, and indeed, I'm the luckiest leader in this country. With this group of these young people, bustling with energy, knowledge, exposure, ambition, you can't go wrong. I'll listen to these people very keenly. I'm already listening to them.
Okay.
That function you saw there, they are the ones who had arranged it. We let them do it. This launch we are doing, that's going to be something that has not been seen in this country. These young girls and boys, they are going to do it. I've told them, deliver it. They have told me, boss, leave it to us. And I believe in them.
Okay.
I trust them. Yeah? And the future of this country will be determined by the willingness of leaders to trust our young people and to give them an opportunity to offer what they know and what they believe in. I am a great believer in working with young people. And let me tell you, my brother, you can never go wrong.
Okay.
To start with, these young people have no tribe. They have no jealousies. They are not petty. They are outgoing. They are energetic. And they want to achieve great heights. And they want to surmount big challenges. I am the luckiest party leader in our country to be surrounded by a team of young, energetic people. And my party and I are going places courtesy of these young people. I want to take this opportunity to ask all the Gen Zs that DCP is your home. If there's one party where the Gen Zs will find comfort, acceptance, it's DCP. Because the party leader, Rigathi Gachagua, Rigathi, believes in our young people. And that is why I took the risk as deputy president of rubbing my boots the wrong way by contradicting him when he called our young people criminals. And I told him, hey boss, you can't do that. You can't call our young people criminals. They are not criminals. These are our young, they are our sons and daughters. Please respect them and let them be. Allow them space. This is the future of this country. You are 59 years. You are almost retiring. How do you kill the real strength of your country? The people who have a direct stake in the welfare of this country because they have longer to live. In DCP, I want to take this opportunity in this show, this great show, to ask the Gen Zs and the millennials, this is your home. Please register. Come, we work together. I have led by example. by getting 5 of you to be in the national executive so that you know I'm serious. I want to engage you. I want you to come and help me craft a strategy to liberate this country and create good governance. And also, I know the Gen Zs like me are also believers in one term. So we need to work together. And the real driver of one term is Rigathi Gachagua. So since the Gen Zs also want one term, they need to come and partner with me. And I'll allow them space. I'll let them be.
So in your government, there'll be just one term?
I'm saying one term. Ile mtu.
Yeah. This one. But in your government?
We'll be together. These are the people who have the energy to run government. Mimi, nataka niketi pale. Sema nyinyi vijana, wewe fanya hii, endelea na hiyo.
Are you going to be running for presidency?
Yeah.
2027?
Yes, I am. I'm a presidential candidate.
But you have legal issues.
I have no issues. None whatsoever.
So legally you are allowed to run for presidency?
What the law says is the right to vie for office is absolute. And
even
as long as you have not exhausted all the legal remedies available to you, all the way to the Supreme Court, you must be allowed to vie. You know, you saw the Sirisia MP Weluke. He was jailed for 74 years. Convicted, he was in prison. He was allowed to run. He was elected. And the Court of Appeal vindicated him and quashed the conviction. Had he stopped from running, he would have denied his right, constitutional right. And, you know, people try to use these cases to slow me down and to really intimidate my supporters. Oh, this man cannot run. Where is he leading to? Even if I was not running, I know where I want to take my supporters. And they believe in me and they trust me. And they know I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I am a candidate, but we have said among ourselves, 5 or 6 of us, at the right time, we'll sit down and consider our various strengths, our various strategies, and see who among us can carry the flag to face William Ruto. If my colleagues and the formula we shall apply find me suitable, I'll be more than happy to face William Ruto and become president and restore the dignity of the Kenyan people, restore the payslip, and bring back our country and good governance. If the formula does not favor me and it favors any of my colleagues, I'll, with a very clean heart, support that person to a man so that we form the next government and restore our country.
Okay. Guys, we can put the poll anytime this year. Yeah, anytime this year. We can't put the poll from there? To put the poll on the... Here, put it here, because everybody's asking for the poll. They want to vote now.
Yeah, put it.
Chukweni kura.
Weka hiyo tuone kura vile nasema.
You can put it with the phone? It has to be YouTube Studio. We can try with this one. Okay, come here. Because everybody's here, the poll, they're waiting for it. But I think I have YouTube Studio. Nani is conveniently mteja now. Yeah, watch out because now you know we can't even conclude without checking what the poll is saying.
Yeah, I can see everybody's asking for the poll.
Yeah, everybody's over there. Wake up poll, wake up poll, wake up poll, wake up poll, wake up poll. They want to vote now. Okay, let's come here. But oh wow, okay. Shelton is working on it as well. Na hii ni kama ile kukuwa na a team full of so okay, I'm on the YouTube YouTube Studio. Yeah? Davido, you know how to do the thing? On the phone it's tricky. You have to be on the laptop. Wow. But Shelton will not be able to. Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting. There's no way you can do it on the comment section. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Last with Shelton, then we see what is possible, because I'm trying to find it here and somehow. Yeah? Call who? Leslie, you've sorted? Yeah. They're working on it. Let's see how it goes. Guys, patience kidogo too. The poll is coming. Where? Watu wa Rigiji wa kupa. Pie. The poll is coming. Yeah, it's coming in a short while. But thank you so much for being with us all this while. We're still over 30,000. Now we're 33,000 people still watching it. Asanteni sana. We are getting there. So how do young people join the DCP?
I think there is a formula that has been put on the page for the DCP.
Okay.
I think let them go to Facebook DCP Kenya.
Okay.
And they will be guided through how you register through the register of political parties and how you become a member. So let them just check on DCP Kenya Facebook page, and you'll get the formula that is there.
Okay. Money, resources for the party. How are you guys planning to get them together?
It's a people's party. I'm not going to fund this party. One, I don't have those kind of resources. And even if I had, it's a people's party, it's not my party.
Okay.
And this party will be run by members. Already, the few things we are doing, people have contributed large sums of money.
Okay.
Yeah. As of last week, we are almost on 100 million. Yeah. Yeah. About 100 million.
Guys have already contributed 100 million.
Yeah, and that was before the party was launched. And we'll shortly be rolling out our pay bill number and our bank accounts, both the dollar account because of the people in diaspora and the Kenya shilling account. And we are asking people those who want to support this party, those who really believe in liberating this country and want to be part of that process, to also put some money into it. 100 shillings, 200 shillings, 500 shillings, 1,000 shillings, 10,000, 100,000, depending on your ability. And no money is small. Yeah. Okay. 200 shillings for majority of Kenyans will be a very resourced party. We need money to do our launch. We need money to buy vehicles. We need to open branch offices. We need to do materials. We need to do T-shirts. As we speak today, everybody wants our caps. They want our T-shirts. And this party will be viewed by the members because it's a public body. It's not my company. It's not a private thing. It's not a family business. And the people of Kenya who want to associate with us will come through. And I really want to thank those who have given us money. People have paid for our office. Some people have given us furniture. Others have given us laptops. Others have given us desktop computers. Others have given us fridges, gas cookers, lawn mowers.
They're all
people
donating.
Have given vehicles. I have now 4 Prados. Yeah?
You've been given 4 Prados?
Yeah, already. 4 Prados. Some people have given us sound equipment, for the vehicles. Others sound equipment for the party. I'm really overwhelmed by the support from people who want to be associated with this party. And this party will grow, and it will grow very rapidly. And I want to assure our members that we will not let you down. And this team of young people is my insurance. These people cannot allow anybody to mess our party. These young people will not allow us, our generation, to mess this country. And that is why when William Ruto became obstinate, they marched to parliament and ran over parliament. They are not going to allow anybody to mess this country. I want to assure you. And I'm so persuaded, and I know. So my job is to listen to the young people and do what is right because they know. They are knowledgeable. They do a lot of research. They are on internet. They have information on world best practices. So why would any leader worth his salt, who calls himself a leader in this country, not listen to our young people? This is a serious national resource in terms of knowledge. And the only way to sort out this country is to talk to our young people and to listen to them. And I really want to mentor them. Once they have taken off, we hand over to them, and then they continue. And as we can sit back and retire and enjoy the good work they are doing. And that is what I want to be my legacy. I want to be that leader who will go down in the history of this country, that I mentored the young people. If you look at the young people who hang around me, Senator John Methu, 34 years. I've mentored that young man. Yeah? The women rep for Kirinyaga, Kasheri, 29. Yeah? The senator for Kiambu, Karungu, Thagwa, below 40. Yeah? The senator for Muranga, Nyutu, another young guy. The MP for Manyata, Mukunji. Yeah? It's another guy, a millennial. If you look at the guys who hang around me, who are already elected, yeah, there are very many. These Gen Zs will take all the nominated seats for MCs in counties where my party is strong. I want to assure you, these are the people who go to the county assembly. These are the people we shall nominate as members of parliament and senate. Yeah?
Okay.
These are the drivers of our economy. They are the makers of our nation. I mean, it is stupid, actually irresponsible, not to involve these young people in governance. I mean, they know too much, and they have the energy. You know, our energy levels are going down. So what you do if you are somebody who is clever, you look for young people to boost your energy levels. Yeah, okay. You know, like today, the way you are here, through a process called diffusion and another one called osmosis, I'm gonna feel younger. You know, osmosis, diffusion is the process of transfer of molecules from lower concentration to higher concentration. So today, these youthful people, through diffusion or osmosis, will transfer some youthfulness and some energy to me. So I'm a better person, you know.
That's why you spoken for 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours.
I think when we spoke with these young guys there, they really energized me, and I'm so grateful that you brought this team here.
Yeah.
I feel so happy to be surrounded by such young people. You know, it's a pride for the country that we have these young people. And I really want to thank you that you have provided an opportunity for them to have gainful employment. When you are introducing them, security, director of content, the co-host, you know, yeah? Even the young girl here is pretending not to know English. Yeah? And you can, the accent is Nikali. Yeah? So, you know, how lucky am I as a leader in this country to be to have such young people surrounding me. I'm so proud of my country. I'm so proud of our nation that we have such a great workforce that if properly deployed and given an opportunity to prevail and to present the best and what they know, this country will be very good. You know, I wish I was a president. You know, I would surround myself with young people. Yeah? Kila pahali wamejaa huko wananisaidia, so that mimi nakuja tu nafungua mkutano na waachia, wakimaliza wananiita. Sema wewe mzee kuja, tumepanga hii na hii, iko sawa, endeleeni. That is the kind of government that I would like to run. Okay. Yeah? That I will be a leader just to give guidance, policy guidance, and also to listen. And also the young people can also benefit from experience. Kama mzee amekaa kidogo, so that wakikimbia sana, I also slow them down.
Give guidance.
Yeah? And when I find labda they are struggling, I encourage them.
Okay.
But there is beauty in working with young people. My children, Kevin and Keith, when I left office, when I became deputy president, I gave them all my businesses to run. Today, I'm a very proud father. When I came here in the morning, I did a few things. I went to see something Keith is doing. I went round. I just walked away whistling with pride that my son has put up a business that is working with the little supervision. I just allowed him. I said, do this and that. Once in a while, go, Dad, I'm stuck here. What would you do if it were you? I say, okay, do it this way, do it that way. Our young people are marvelous. They are
Speaking of young people, what do you think of the young people who are running for the presidential space? We have Salasia, we have Morara, and many others, and even other young people who are looking to run.
We want to encourage them to run.
Okay.
But we also want to advise them that they don't have to abuse other people whom they consider to be their opponents.
Okay.
Being old is not a crime. They'll also get old one day, and they don't want to be abused at that time.
Okay.
Let them present what they have to the people of Kenya, and I don't think they'll attract any attention from many Kenyans when they are abusive and when they lack respect for elders. They will not attract attention, because leadership also, you must give people comfort that you are also respectful, because people want to be respected by leaders. So when you are a young person and you want to be a leader, and then you are abusing elders everywhere, it can't work. Again, I have seen some of them had come and looked like they could pursue a cause for young people and for the country. But I've found now some of them are hanging around with William Ruto. They were telling us William Ruto is the problem, he needs to go. I have found them in his meetings. I have found them attacking those who want William Ruto to be one term. If they want William Ruto to be one term, anybody else who wants William Ruto to be one term is an ally. You may not like the way he looks, you may not like the way he walks, but the fact that you are in the same team and you want the same result, those are your allies. You don't abuse them and talk about them in a negative manner. And that's how you get to know leaders, by the way they carry themselves and the way they dignify their utterances and the way they also treat other people. So I want to encourage them to go for leadership, but I want to urge them to be respectful to others. And not everybody must be of the same opinion, and they may not necessarily agree on how to go about it, but they must respect the right of others to pursue what they also want to pursue.
Okay.